Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 273 of Psykos, Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. This time I've got community coffee, half calf. And Snoopy. Yes, I love Snoopy. I'm a huge Snoopy fan. Snoopy and Felix the cat. By the way, people, I'm trying something different. If you haven't figured it out, hopefully it comes across on video a little better. I decided to get a light bar. It's actually down there. That's what she said. No. Okay. Anyways, so I'm sorry that it's been a couple weeks. Just a lot of things going on. There's going to be more things continuing up. I'm returning to Chicagoland in November, mid to late November, to help my mother move. Because she's got to downsize, you know? I can't wait till 2019's done. You know what I'm saying? So, today here is the 13th. And shortly before I went to tape this, there's been a lot of music deaths going on in the last week. 2 weeks, actually. I mean, Ginger Baker, of course, passed away along with Eddie Money that last week, and there's been a few other ones, too. The newest one was Steve Cash from Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I brought him up in the video that I did about the signed albums I got, that why Steve wasn't there. Well, it's because he was ill, that's why, and he passed away today. I guess he moved to Idaho, I didn't know that. But, that's how he passed away. So, that's kind of sad, because, like I said, all those Ozark albums, I mean, he was a member for 48 years, very, very long time. So, got a bunch of LP finds, all of them within the last 2 weeks. Got my research, like always. Let's get started here, okay? So, from 1961, Johnny Burnette Sings. Here's the front, here's the back. This is a mono copy on Liberty. Pretty decent shape on this one. Alright, Johnny was born in Memphis in March of '34. He lived in Lauderdale Courts section of Memphis, the same as Elvis. He lived there from 1948 to '54, Johnny did. In '52, he formed a group called the Rhythm Rangers with his brother Dorsey Burnette and Paul Burleson, guitar player. Went to New York, went on the Ted Mack Amateur Hour, won 3 times, and landed a contract with Coral Records, and became the Rock and Roll Trio. Made TV appearances and toured with Carl Perkins and Gene Vincent. Unfortunately, the 3 singles for Coral failed, and in fall of 1956, after a band fight, Dorsey quit. 1 week before they were to appear in the Alan Freed movie Rock, 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 Dorsey was quickly replaced by Johnny Black, who was Bill Black's brother, who was a former bass player for Elvis on the Sun stuff. 3 more singles and an LP was released, but they broke up in fall of '57. Late in '58, solo career, they signed with Freedom, which was a Liberty Records offshoot. Freedom folded, then it was Liberty, Chancellor, Capitol, and smaller labels followed until his death in August 1964 in a boating accident in California. This particular album here has the hit Little Boy Sad, which was a number 17 hit in the US charts, number 12 in the UK. Johnny Burnette Sings. Yes, yes, yes. This next one, I don't have a lot of information on it, but I've got it. Oh, by the way, all these albums were $1 a piece till we get to the last couple, okay? This next one, like I said, pretty neat. From 1965, late 65, WDAF Radio presents Kansas City Jazz 65 with Count Basie and renowned jazz stars, recorded live from the 1965 festival. 26 different jazz players on here. Here's the front, here's the back. The cover is really weird. It's got indentations. It's got a feel to it. I'm not entirely sure why they put these on here. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But this, of course, is on their own custom label. It just says WDAF Radio presents Kansas City Jazz. And like I said before, it's in stereo. For $1, I wasn't going to let this go. And like I said, unique cover and everything. Cannot wait to listen to it. I know Doug Fields probably either got this or he's probably like, sorry, got things all moving around here. Alright, so next, from 1975, the second LP from Southern Hillman Fury band, Trouble in Paradise. This, like I said, this is the second LP and final. This one made it to number 39 on Billboard. Here's the front, here's the back. They broke up in early 1976 due to the LP bombed. Eagles members Glenn Fry and Don Henley on select tracks of this particular album. This one here is on the Asylum label. I dug through a bunch of albums and found this. I was like, oh, okay. I have another album from these guys. All three of them were on Dark Horse Records, but this was the final one. Splinter, two-man band. Here's the front, here's the back. Of course, one of these men is, there's a two-man outfit, but Bill Elliott is one of the two. Bill Elliott was in the Electric Oz band for the 1971 John Lennon single, Do the Oz. So I thought that was kind of interesting with another Beatle connection here. With this one, George Harrison and Rod Argent guest on Round and Round, which is the second track on this album. And George Harrison produces, George Harrison produces on here too. So really, really cool. You don't find too many Dark Horse that's non-George Harrison. I have in this collection somewhere, I have the Henry McCulloch release on Dark Horse, which I thought was really funny. It was done after he quit Wings. So go figure. So a lot of different Beatles-ish connections on things. Alright, these last two. Pair of Stones albums is what I've got. No, they weren't $1 a piece, but you know what? They were reasonably priced. Seriously, reasonably priced. I could not pass these up. The first one here I got going. I have been looking for an original first press on this for quite some time. Rolling Stones Some Girls from June of '78. This is the 16th American album that they put out. #1 on the Billboard 200 at the time. 6 times platinum it is. Had 4 singles off of this baby. Miss You was #1. Beast of Burden was #8. Respectable was #23. And Shattered, #31. This was the first album that, in essence, Ronnie Wood was a full-fledged member. You also have guest appearances by Ian McLagan. He pretty much does keyboards and such. Ian Stewart is not on this album. He used to be doing piano and other stuff on all the other Stones albums, but he's not on this one. Sugar Blue, excellent blues harmonica player, who I actually got to see briefly. He came to Crystal Lake, Illinois, and performed at Porter's Oyster Club, which was a small club out right on Highway 14. Sugar Blue put on a real good show that night. Mel Collins, who of course was in King Crimson, and lastly, doing percussion, Simon Kirk from Badco. He is on this as well. Here's the front, here's the back. Now, the thing is, and I know you can't probably see it real well here, the reason why this is a first press is because the inner sleeve here shows various pictures of female celebrities. You probably could see there's Lucille Ball, there's Marilyn Monroe, and there's others. So here's the thing with this. So, like I said, first pressings, Lucille Ball, Farrah Fawcett, Liza Minnelli, Raquel Welch, and Marilyn Monroe are on here. Some threatened to sue. The estate of Marilyn Monroe and I know at least I think Lucille Ball and some other ones, they threatened to sue. The only celebrity face that stays between both pressings, George Harrison, he's of course on here. Now, so here's your pictures. This is your front here. This is your back here, okay? So, first press. I happen to have next to me here, this is the second press. This is what it ends up looking like. So, you've got, pardon our appearance, under construction. See? Because the Stones didn't want to deal with it. They just decided to take all the female celebrities' faces off. And that's what they did. So, pardon our construction. Another interesting factoid, I thought. The 8-track copies of this album, the original 8 tracks, have extended versions of Miss You and Beast of Burden, and edited versions of Faraway Eyes, Shattered, and Just My Imagination. In late 2011, they put out a 2-disc CD edition with 12 unreleased songs from those sessions, and Ian Stewart shows up on a track, and John Fogerty does too. Go figure, he shows up on Tallahassee Lassie. But I got to get that double CD. I haven't had that. So, Rolling Stones, Some Girls, yes, I'm happy to have the original press in my collection. Lastly, I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Paul, geez, you know, why do you got this? This is kind of common. And you know what? You're right. But here's the thing, right? I didn't have a nice, clean, super clean copy of Hot Rocks 1964 to 71 from the Stones, which this came out in December of 71. Number 4 on the Billboard 200 charts, 12 times platinum. Alright. So, the thing is that I didn't mind spending the $7 on this. This is a double album, original sleeves, original London record sleeves, just beautiful. It's like Stone Mint copy for this. But I got confused a little bit on something I'm going to tell you here. This is the second press. There is a first press. They technically call it a mispress, but it's still the first pressing, alright? Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. So I learned a little bit as well, because like I said, I got confused a little here. So the rare first pressing of this, okay, side 4, you have to look at the side 4 trail off in the dead wax. You have to look for the date 11/18/71, all in hyphens, okay? If you have a pressing that is dated 11/18/71 and also has the word Shelley, S-H-E-L-L-E-Y or S-H-E-L-L-Y. I heard there's 2 versions of this bit. If you've got those 2 factors on your side 4 of this, then you have the rare first pressing, which happens to have alternate versions of Brown Sugar and Wild Horses that does not appear at that time anywhere else. The second pressings, of course, have the typical ones that you're used to that were released for Sticky Fingers. I actually would like to hear those alternates. I'm told that, let's see, Brown Sugar doesn't have the sax bit in it, and Wild Horses sounds different. So the second pressings will have on the trail-offs 12-3-71 and no Shelley word. Now, this one here, like I said, they didn't have either. I did not see, unless, you know, I need reading glasses and stuff. I kind of got confused because on the 4 it said scrawled 0111871. That's why I bought this, but I don't mind. Like I said, for $7 I got a really nice double album of their best stuff, honestly. So go check your Hot Rocks. Maybe you've got yourself one. I'm told that it could be anywhere from $100 on up for value. Okay, I have 2 new subs. Chris Has the Spins, awesome channel on there, and Tim Burr. So Tim B-U-R Vlogs. Tim Burr Vlogs. Thank you very much for subscribing to Psykos Platters. I'm hoping to do these a little more frequently. I'm sorry, like I said before, I'm so far behind anyway. So appreciate your patience and understanding in all of this, okay? I just want to get done with this year so badly. Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark and Night Owl Lounge with Mike Adams. Sunday nights, 6 to 9 p.m. Central for Wax, 9 to 10 for Night Owl. WVOA 87.7 FM in Syracuse. I listen to them on Uber stations. That's how I listen to them. I'm told the station website feed is spotty, so this is the reason why. You can check them on Tuned In or Uber stations mainly, alright? Great shows there. I love those guys. The Whack Pack, they're awesome. I can't think straight right now, guys, alright? So, just, you know, I love you, VC. You guys just take care of yourselves, and till next time, always listen to those B-sides, okay? Important stuff there. Take care.